our problem, most of us problem as men is we are always trying to fix and fix
Yes,
and fix
yes,
and save a woman,
yes.
and we're not God, so we can't fix
You
nobody or
can't
make
keep.
nobody
You
into
can't.
what we want them to make them into.
And once you understand that, you're gonna get a lot better results in life. And that's what I used to say back home. And man, you can't turn a 7 of club into a queen of diamond.
All right, so what I want you to do is
Uh-huh.
tell me your name, a little bit about yourself, and how you want your haircut today. But you can
Yeah,
tell me
yeah,
about your haircut first.
yeah, man. Kenyon Ragland from Memphis, Tennessee, man. Man, I got a diverse background. Did a little bit of it all, man. But I got to this point in life. I started a carpet cleaning company with my sons about four or
Hmm.
5 years ago. And I said, you know what? Since I've been able to make them a whole lot of money, let me see can I make something for my own
Okay.
and legally. I was just thinking, man, because we always want to talk about what's wrong with the black community and what's wrong with our people and why we can't advance. I said, man, and here that's man, folks.
Hmm.
And you would say, hey, how you gonna sit up and say, man, people? Here's the reason why I say that. There is nothing from a legal standpoint, from a society standpoint, that excludes any opportunity from us than anybody else.
Hmm.
There's no more segregation. There are even laws on the books right now that you cannot discriminate.
Yeah.
And I'm a living witness. Dude, I've been a stockbroker, IT, finance. The only thing that prevents you not is you. And you know what? You can't do nothing is you calmly worry about what somebody else doing to hold you back. That means you in your own prison. So all you folks that's lost, they gone. Let's concentrate on the ones that ain't lost when they young. Let's build them up strong instead of trying to fix these
So
broken
that
homes.
mean, as I heard somebody saying the other day, we should just go ahead and just get the youths,
Get the youth.
get the youths to grow the way we need.
Not the way we need.
Yeah.
Impart with them and give them the knowledge so they can they gotta look, put it this way. What's better? You getting and it's gonna sound a little harsh, but you got an ex-hoe that been ran through, got 1,000,000 miles on it. You can't just brought in, I would say you want to fix her up and turn it to your house. Like, do you really think that's possible? Do you
No.
really think you can change that, bro?
I
Or you catch you a nice girl just starting out and y'all grow together and you with her and she develop into a young lady. Which one is more realistic?
Yeah.
So that's why I say these lost motherfuckers. They lost.
I remember a famous entertainer back where I'm
Mm-hmm.
from in Jamaica.
Yeah.
He told us that our problem, most of us problem as men is we are always trying to fix and fix
Yes.
and fix
Yes.
and save a woman,
Yes.
and we're not God, so we can't fix
You
nobody or
can't
make
keep.
nobody
You
into
can't.
what we want them to make them into.
And once you understand that, you're gonna get a lot better results in life. And that's what I used to say back home. And man, you can't turn a 7 of club into a queen of diamond.
All right.
But man, you know the normal, man. Just
All
I'm
right.
losing my hair a little bit. Just tape it up, man, and
All
bring it
right.
down and tape up the sides.
All right. So first, you say you do a carpet cleaning company. You want to tell
Yeah.
me a little bit about that?
Oh man, it's a carpet cleaning company, man. Like I said, I started it back in matter of fact, November the 16th, 2020, in the middle of COVID, man. And the
Hmm.
plan was so I got two older sons, man. One 30 now, one 25, and sent them to college. I mean, it's a true story. Sent them to college, man, in 2018. Not to go back to the whole story, but you highlights of what happened, man.
Yeah.
One of them wasn't doing nothing with his college degree. The other one went out to Georgia State for about a year and a half. He come home, he drops out, talking about he ain't learning anything. I guess he's smarter than every PhD in there. And I told him, I said, I tell y'all what, then, man. Since that ain't nothing that working for y'all, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna teach you how to start a little business on your own. And I started it, man, for him. Trying to teach him about marketing and things. And I wanted to learn a couple of lessons. And the funny part about it, man, about a year and a half later, one of them stopped about he didn't want to clean nobody carpets no more. And then the other one just, he want to come to work high, smoking his weed and all that other stuff, man. So But once I got it started, man, it started doing good. I said, well, man, you know what? I'm gonna keep it.
So I noticed with these young kids, I don't know what generation they call them, if it's Z or X or Y or
I call them motherfuckers.
but I noticed that they are not consistent with whatever they're trying to do.
They're not. They're not.
Yeah.
And you know what, man? And I don't even want to bring it on that generation because here's the thing. I remember when I wasn't consistent.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
Some of it is just a learning process and a growth stage, man. The problem is when you know when you become consistent and stuff, when your ass got responsibilities and bills,
Yep. Yep.
you ain't got no choice but to be consistent.
When you find that purpose and
Yes.
you really got something that you got to work
You
for.
really see. We've made it easy for our kids, but we want to give them all the stuff we didn't have growing up.
I think not to cut you, but that right there is something that I always talk about.
Yes.
I think that is one of us as like our generation, cause we old. Yeah, not trying to pretty up nothing.
No,
we
no.
old. I think that's something for our generation nowadays is like we try to do for our kids that our parent or maybe our dad that wasn't there never did for us. And I think that make us when we try to do stuff for our kids like trying to like protect them too much, we make lazy and docile kids.
That's exactly.
So I think that's one of the problem with us. We try to make sure, like we say, okay, I never have this when I'm growing up. I want to make sure that my son get that. I want to make sure that my daughter get this. And then at the end of the day, when we are not there, they don't know how to function without us.
This is what I just. This is what it hit me. This is when it hit me. So remember I told you about the carpet cleaning company, right? So let's go back to my middle boy. I ain't gonna say his name. I ain't gonna put him on the spot, but you know who he is.
Yeah.
So his 11th grade year, man. So it was 2015, man. I went and bought me an Acura. I got it from this dealership in what is it, Atlanta Luxury Motors, right there on Buford Boulevard. Man, I bought this Acura, real nice price and everything, man. 2 years old. So, you know, man, I'm doing really well in life, man. And my lady, I said, I'm in here buying me a car. I'm gonna get her one too. She didn't even know I was gonna buy her a car, right, man. So I talked to the dealer. I talked to the salesman. I said, man, you got any little small SUVs in here? He said, yeah, this lady just traded in this 100 CRV. I said, how much you want for it? He's like 17 something. I said, bring that boy up too. Bring her up here too. Get that one too. So when I was signing out, signing the paper, he was like, all right, Mr. Reagan, thank you. He said, we're about to bring we got to get the CRV ready for you. It'll be ready, bring it up shortly. And she said, I said, yeah, I got you one too. So she was happy. So she had a 2008, 2009 Honda CRV. Man, it only had like 80,000 miles on it. So the pay and I'm thinking about this while I'm buying the cars. I said, you know what? Let's give Jalen her car. So we get home, man. Give Jalen her car. He's in his junior year at East Paulding. East Paulding junior year. Yes, Honda CRV it only had 80,000 miles on it. Let's fast forward to his senior year. When I tell you he tore that truck up, tore it up. I mean, cigarette burns, black and mild burn, the window, the little rear mirror hanging off, the little outside mirror, dangling, man, on a string. I mean, tore this car up. And one day, one Friday night, I'll never forget, man, in the same year, he called me, he said, hey, Pop. I said, what's up, man? He said, the car stopped on me. I said, for real? I said, where you at? He said, I'm on 278, leaving out of Hiram, going right there when you first leave out of Hiram, going to Powell Springs. I said, all right, man, let me put my clothes on, I'm gonna come get you. He said, oh, no, man, I just left it there. I said, you did what? He said, I just left it. So I called my partner named Antonio, man, he worked on cars and things, man. We got up there Saturday, man, we went to go check the car out. So we put the key in the ignition, but come to find out, you look under the hood, and the serpentine belt had broke on it. So when we put the key in the ignition, turned it over, so when we turned it over, the oil light come on. So I called Jaden. I said, Jaden, hey man, when the last time you changed the oil? Wayne, this boy said, oh, Wayne, know I was supposed to change the oil. You didn't tell me that. Excuse me, I'm like, I ain't tell you had to put gas in the car, but you knew how to do that, didn't you? I said, all right. So I told him, I said, I tell you what, the next car you get, you're going to pay for it yourself. So let's fast forward. We started carpet cleaning company, man. They did well because, I know how to do it and everything. We talk about that later if you want to. But so when the next year, spring, man, they had made about, let me see, we started in November. So they probably had made about $6,000 in the first 3-4 months. Pretty good, no advertising, nothing. Pretty good. So he took half his money. No, he made like 8 or 9. It was something, whatever. That's not the point. He took his money and went and bought him a used Nissan Altima. He kept that car clean, washed it every day. I mean, shine them tires up, and I said, God damn, man. And it hit me right there. I said, the reason why it's because he had to pay for it with his own money. And that's when it hit me. I said, we gave them too goddamn much. So here's the problem. This is what I realized. There's nothing wrong with giving your kids the things you didn't have in life. The problem is, man, we ain't putting no responsibilities behind it.
No responsibilities.
And I realized, and I said, if I had a chance to do it over, I had a little ass in there cleaning dishes, cleaning up, walking the dog, something. So the problem is, you don't respect nothing you ain't worked for or earned. Anything that's given to you, you don't respect it or value it. So part of the problem, and as a result, and you keep giving somebody something, man, you give them something, and they've been conditioned to, they don't respect or appreciate the value or the work that was behind to get it. And then we do this to our kids, and then when they're 18, 19, they're trying to get out there in their world, they have been completely ruined. Because now they have certain expectations, say like the world owes them something.
So one thing I want to ask you though, what was it like you as a teenager in Memphis before you come to here?
Boy.
And
Boy.
What led you here in Georgia?
So man, let's fast forward to about 14, 15 years old. So that puts us in like 89, 90. So in Memphis back in the day, man, it used to be about 14, 15 was an inflection point. You're going to either go this way or you're going to go that way.
Okay.
And me, I was drawn to the streets, man, because everybody I saw, during that time, man, they were doing that crack period, man. Our folks, and man, if your mama had a good job making $10, $12 an hour, they were doing something. Man, we ain't had no money. I mean, we weren't dirt poor. Lights always came on. Man, we had all the necessities. I ain't never missed a meal, no crap like that. But I wanted me some Jordans. I want me a show dog 980, man. I wanted the street bright Levi's. I want the Fila boots. You know what I mean? I wanted to be in, man. I wanted all that shiny shit. So man, that's when I started to sell dope, man. And it's funny how I got started, man. I ain't know nothing about no dope, man. Because I wasn't raised in no street kid, man. My mom was a church going woman. And,
before you go anywhere else, selling dope, as you say, is that the same thing as they call flipping birds?
Flipping birds is a different level of it, but yeah, it's all the same.
Okay, you can continue.
Yeah, flipping birds, that's when you making some good money then. But so man, I was just determined I wanted to have me some money, man. So my mama had gave me $50 for my birthday, and my birthday right before Christmas. And I had a partner that was a barber, matter of fact, my partner Barry in Memphis, and he always we used to shoot dice at his house. And man, I went over there one day, man, out school. And I kind of hit in the dice game. I don't know, about $275, $300, somewhere around that area. So man, I called my dad up because he was on dope and stuff. He was a crackhead, and he was staying in these projects called Scudderfield in Memphis. And I called him up. I said, "Hey man, I want to sell dope." And my dad said, "Well, Kenya, I don't want that from you, man. I don't want you doing that." But he said, "But if you're going to do it, come on over here so I can show you how to do it right."
Yeah.
So I went over there, man, and that's how I started, bro. That's how I started, man, at 15. So during that period, man, it was, we look back at it now. It's just like you telling a fish, "Hey, fish, you live in water."
Okay.
And the fish gonna like, "Man, what you talking about?" Because that's all the fish knows. So it's normal to him.
Okay, yeah.
So I didn't realize how messed up it was back then and how messed up Memphis is because it's like a fish and water. That's all I know. Yeah. It's normal. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. But man, I look back now, man. That was one of the most destructive periods in history.
So what are some of the challenges and what are some of the good parts in selling dope?
Well, during that period, man, I would say you learn a lot of stuff, and you have to grow up very quickly because you're dealing with it's a different world, man. And you can't, and to be successful, well, I ain't gonna say successful because you really never gonna be successful. But to be out there and be for real about that crap, man, it's a lot of stuff you're gonna have to learn, man. You're gonna have to learn a lot of principles. A lot of it. It ain't just this. And here's another thing about it, man. When it comes down to it, man, it's just like anything you do in life. You gotta be a man before you anything.
All right, so you just say you're never gonna be successful.
No.
Where I'm from,
Uh-huh.
I'm from the islands, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I know when we used to young and we hear about anybody selling dope, we know that or we hear that they're making a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
So you just say that you won't be successful. So you
No.
want to tell me that if you're selling dope in the street, you won't be successful.
Here's the reason why I say you won't be successful.
Okay.
You hear about side A.
Side A?
You never hear about side B.
Okay.
That's why I'm telling you.
They telling us the good part.
They telling you the good part.
Okay.
The reason why I tell you never be successful, you name, and I can go back, and anybody that you can prove me wrong, I'm open for correction if you prove me wrong.
So I want you to go ahead in the comments, and anybody that think they can prove him wrong about being successful in selling dope on the streets as boys, I want to see what you guys have to say.
And this is what I say about proving wrong. Nobody had nothing to show for it at the end of the day. And you got nothing to show for it. It's not what they claim to be. It's not what it claims to be. The things you see and the things that go along with it. And here's the number one part when I tell you you'll never be successful. If you think about it, you selling that garbage and your poison to your own folks. Now, don't get me wrong, I sold to other races and things. But the point is, you selling to. How can you be successful at the same time
destroying your people?
If you call that success, motherfucker, something wrong with you.
Okay.
And it's a nasty, vicious trap or something.
You say it's a nasty,
vicious trap. Here's the thing. So you got somebody that's gonna become addicted to this substance. And they give up everything that a normal person holds true value in their life. They don't pay their bills. They throw their good jobs away. They do everything. So, but at the same time, you're profiting off that. Now, you don't get addicted to that life. You don't get addicted to that fast money. So at the same time, you're compromising the things. Because like I said, most of us were raised in good families. But you compromise everything. We started killing each other. We started double crossing, lying, scheme, everything. It compromised everything. And then when them white folks get hold of your ass, and then them lawyers and the law, then they're taking everything from you. Mm-hmm. And now you got a felony on your record.
All right, so you mentioned earlier that it's like, selling a fish that is in water.
Yeah.
So how did you manage to escape that?
Get out. I was just about to ask that.
I can tell right now that you are an intelligent young man. Most people never even.
Oh, so I'm not intelligent.
We've already talked about this. It ain't about you. I ain't never met him.
All right, good.
That's what I'm telling. And that's another thing. Like I said, it's a long story. But put it this way: the good Lord. I told you my mama was a praying person. I grew up in church. Now I don't talk about just church. I mean, goddamn it, Bible study, choir rehearsal, Sunday school, that type of grow up in church. My senior year in high school, my ex-wife at the time, she wasn't my ex-wife. My senior year in high school, she was a year ahead of me. She came and said she's pregnant. And I would never forget. I had a brown photo of colors, man. Y'all probably don't know about it, but we had the pop-off Pioneers back then, the cars, and you had the 6x9s in the back. And I pulled in this store in Memphis called St. Elmo Market, man. I'll never forget. I bagged my car in. I'm listening to some Hutch, and I'm smoking on me some weed, and I'm sitting there thinking, I was like, man, I can take care of myself with this little hustle, but I got a child coming up, man. I got to do something different. I ain't knowing about no college. That never even crossed my mind. So I just panicked, man, and I ain't listening to the Air Force.
Okay.
And that was the best thing that ever happened to me.
So that's the same thing that we're talking about with the lazy kids. Because you heard that your girlfriend is pregnant, so you got to be like, I got to do something.
Man up now.
Yeah. Now, one thing about my dad, man, he raised us to be tough. So we wasn't soft enough. Come to find out his ass was soft, but it was like Tiger Woods there. You know how Tiger Woods there couldn't play golf, but he raised Tiger to be the best.
Yeah.
Y'all
Yeah.
playing the world. That's how my dad was. He raised up to be all these tough motherfuckers. He was a sucker motherfucker himself. He's a sucker motherfucker, man. He still is a sucker motherfucker, but he's raised his son to be tough as hell, man. So we weren't tough. I mean, we weren't soft when we got dumped in the hood, man.
That's another thing I want to talk about, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you notice, he just said my dad was soft, but he did raise us to be tough.
Mm-hmm.
That's the benefit of having a dad in the house, though.
Boy.
And a lot of people don't understand this, and it's like there's a few stuff that I want to talk about, but maybe on a different time. But this is one of them. Are you gonna have a female? Not trying to bash the females, but are you gonna have a female raise a boy to be a man when she never been a man before?
It's fucking illogical and impossible. That's just like you asking a cat to raise a dog.
Yeah.
How the hell a cat gonna tell a dog how to be?
Because I think one other thing is I always hear people saying females like to think with their emotions, too much emotions and feelings and the stuff, while men think logical. And most of these boys that end up in jail, which by the way I never been to jail. I'm 40.
And that's
I'm
a
46 next month. Never been to jail.
Congratulations.
And
Don't go.
these females that raising these boys with too much feelings and emotions. And I know one thing: when a female start doing stuff emotionally, you know what happened? They get crazy. They start breaking stuff. When men start using feelings and emotion, you know what they do?
Get crazy, start breaking stuff, all the same shit.
They send somebody to the under the earth, or they go to jail. And that's why so much of us is in jail today. Because we raised with too much with females.
And that's exactly right. Now we ain't gonna just sit up and put it all on the female. Because here's the thing. What you gonna? A lot of them, they had to be mama and daddy because the man. I'm not making any excuses, but a lot of us in single parent household, and you ain't got no choice. So you have to step up to the plate and be a man.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, goddamn, they gotta take some responsibility because you can't raise no man. You can't raise no boy to a man. You're a goddamn woman.
Mm-hmm.
And you're absolutely right. It's a reason why the man is more logical and the woman is more emotional. The mama part of when you go back to just nature, she has to be nurturing and caring because that's the part that you need. But you also need the strong father, the logical. You need both.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them have a role to play. And part of the thing I realized that too, man, because later on, not making no excuses, because my youngest brother got killed. I'm the oldest. My middle brother, he's doing life. And I said, I wonder how we would have turned out had our daddy still been there.
I always want to understand this part that I saw when I just came to America, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's like, 9 years ago? And when I just came here, I was in my 30s, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I know in Jamaica, when you're in your 30s, female like that. They think that you're mature. They think that you're ready for whatever. They think that you're very responsible. So females they might be in their 20s. You might be a little bit like 5 years older than them, and they're good with that. Actually, great with that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I noticed when I came here, I was in my 30s. If I try to talk to a girl that is in her 20s, say 24, 25, she's gonna be like, "Oh, I'm sorry, you're too old." And I'm like, "Oh, am I too old?" I'm like maybe 5 years older than you. Oh, am I too old? And I come to the conclusion, not saying that I'm right, by the way, this is just my opinion. I used to think that most of the reason why, because I noticed the rate of single moms in America is very high, especially black moms. I come to the conclusion to say that I think the reason why most of them is single and have no dad in the house is if a girl is like 18, 19, she want to be with a boy that is 18, 19, and you get pregnant for a boy that is not ready. I know some people say you should go ahead and start your relationship from that age, and you can grow into it. But getting pregnant for somebody that is not ready for a relationship, that is not ready for responsibility, I think that's what caused it most of the time. And then me and you as adults or older men or mature men can say, okay, you know what? she's going through a certain stuff that I can't feel for her. So let me just be there to support her. And those little boys, when those things happen, you know what they're gonna do? Run.
Yeah.
So I think that's one of the things that happened with them.
So
Why we have so much single moms.
So let me add this. You were talking about when you first got here and you were meeting a girl. Man, screw all that you just said, man. About screw all that. What you didn't know, and we were talking about earlier about the macking. You didn't know how to deal with women.
Oh, so I was lame.
You were lame.
Oh my goodness!
It ain't got nothing.
Hey, by the way, you know what? Let me behave myself because I know everybody that is watching this know who I am. And this gentleman just say I'm lame, but I'll take it.
You were lame.
I'll take it.
And in your defense, I wasn't always what I am now. When I first started off, I was lame too.
Yep.
But what I grew into. Let me tell you something, man. Yes, once you cannot turn a 7 club to a queen of diamond. You can't.
Yeah.
But you talking about dating, just macking on somebody. God damn it, everybody, as human beings, when you first meet somebody, our natural response is to put a defense mechanism up. The game part comes in how you get past their defense.
I think for me is, back in the days, when a woman start putting up a certain stuff, you know, sometimes they think that it's attractive, so they try to like, you know, let me just play hard to get a little bit. He gonna be more attracted to me. But for me, I'm like, damn, you know what's the rate from male to female out there? Like maybe 100 to 1. So if that's one woman that's trying to push me off, I got 99 more out there.
See, you still lame.
Okay. You know what?
Listen,
I'll still take that.
Listen, and I'm for real. I'm about to back it up and tell you something. I'm gonna give you some real shit right now. It don't mean it. That's the excuse that a loser uses.
Oh my God!
And I'm not calling you a loser.
I'm a loser.
Look, I ain't calling you, but that's the loser mentality.
First thing first, just remember that I'm still cutting your hair.
I know that.
So you got to. You need to apologize right now too.
I'm sorry, White.
Yeah.
You're right. Never talk shit about your hair when you finish.
Do you mean that though?
I mean it.
All right, cool.
I'm dead.
All right, let's go again.
I'm dead serious.
All right, cool.
Say for instance, it's one woman in here, and it's 5 dudes.
Yeah.
You know who's gonna get that woman?
Which one of them?
The one that got the most know how to interact and got the
I mean,
most
in
best
this
of
day
it.
and age, all 5 of them go get her.
Now, that's something totally different. But look, this is what you. And I'm gonna give y'all something. This is real shit right here. Ain't nothing you can say to get a woman. She got to choose you.
Yeah.
Now, you can line this shit up in your favor. You can be prepared. She has to choose you.
So that means I'm not lame then.
Your mentality.
Because all my life.
The way you was thinking was lame.
Because you know, all my life, anywhere we are, say you just say 5 men and 1 female, anywhere we are, and my fans who know me can protest to this. Anywhere we are, as long as there's a female in there and she look good, that's my girl. I can put my everything on that.
Listen. Now think about what you just said.
Yeah.
Versus what you said when you first got here. So what changed? Your mindset changed.
I think that's what changed because when I just get here, my mindset was making it right for me and my son. I don't care if I move towards a female and she say, "Okay, I don't think this," and I'm like, "Okay, I got little Nick at home, so I gotta make that money for my boy. I don't care about she."
Exactly. So I go back to when I was young. I'm first trying to get the girl. You know, you be all nervous. And what's the first thing you're afraid of? You're afraid she gonna say no or reject you. Your mindset changed, but now that you know why she was when you go in the room and you just said you go in the room and so you said that's mine. I get it. Yep. You know why? Because your confidence has changed, and she can sense that. See, what y'all don't realize is, man, it's really about the man. You create who you are. It starts on the inside. She can pick up that your ass scary and intimidating and lame.
Not cutting you, but you hear that, boy? When she know you're confident. Because I always tell my son this. Once you know who you are,
Exactly.
nothing can stop you.
Nothing.
I always tell my son, and I'm telling this little young man over there too. I always say, yo, my name is Scott from Jamaica. I'm smart. I can do this. I can do that. I don't care about nothing else. I know what I can do. I know who I am.
Exactly.
I'm the barber, Dwayne. I can make music. I can play football. I don't care about nothing else. I'm smart.
So why would you be worried about this broad saying no? That's your loss.
Yep.
I'm Dwayne the barber, and I do all this. I don't want to put it this way because you don't want to come across cocky. Man, listen. I'm a hellified man.
Mm-hmm.
Man, you got to be out your mind. You don't
Yeah.
want to deal with me.
She just lost a good dude.
And you gonna lose something you don't never get again.
Messing around.
Messing with them. Look, it's 100 million suckers out there.
That's what I'm talking about.
It's only one. Can you?
So it come back to what I was saying though.
So what's your thought on the BBL culture?
Man, I ain't with this. I don't even want to talk about no shit
I
like
think
that.
one of the least attractive thing for female, no disrespect, but I think other than that, I think they're doing it for other females. I don't think they're doing it for us.
Dwayne.
Female approval?
No.
Mm-hmm.
There's another thing y'all need to understand. And this gonna trip you out. I don't give a if you agree with it or not. Women are some of the most insecure creatures on this earth.
Yeah, they are. We know that. We know that.
And what they crave is attention.
Yes.
And this is how you tell we don't know each other. But if you ask 9 out of 10 men, we don't want no fake asses. We want natural and real.
Yeah.
But they constantly going out thinking we want that to get them attention.
Yep.
You see,
but they do get the attention though.
That's fake attention.
It ain't bad.
Because all right, let me show you this though. A lot of females don't know this. If I see a woman with a fake ass walking down the street, I'm gonna look. Oh yes, it look okay, right?
Mm-hmm.
But what they don't know is they're creating predators, and we don't. And I would never see a woman with a fake ass and say that I want that woman to be my woman. Maybe if it look a little bit real, I can work with it. You know, if she don't tell me that it's real.
Right.
But to be honest, we don't want that. We just want sex.
Exactly.
That's what you showing us that I got this ass to throw on you.
I'm gonna tell you how messed up they are. And going back to you saying about the BBL community. The finest white girl I thought, the prettiest white girl I had ever seen in my life, that girl called what's her name? Megan Fox.
Megan Fox.
Is that or not? You know what I'm talking about? I think that was the prettiest white girl
I can't recall.
When I leave, look her up.
Yeah.
I think she was the prettiest white girl I ever seen in my life.
Mm-hmm.
You know what they did? Went and had plastic surgery.
And change everything.
She went and had plastic surgery.
That's why you gotta ask for the baby pictures.
No. She messed her fucking looks up by going and having plastic surgery.
Oh.
Listen to what I said. She was the prettiest white girl that I ever seen in my life.
She messed it up.
And she went and then she was pretty before, then she went and had plastic surgery. So what does that tell you?
Insecurities.
Bingo.
But if I can't get it.
Yeah, even
I can't get the lashes.
Even the most beautiful female that you see.
Those are the ones who are insecure.
That's weird. That's weird. Your confidence plays a huge role.
Yeah.
See, I know the game, bro. I know the game.
You got the game. You got an idea. You got an idea. But you better off than a lot of these cats.
Mm-hmm.
But you got an idea. And that's the thing. When I say confidence is not being cocky.
Yeah. Confidence
is being secure in who you are. So when I say confidence, it's just like my deal with my business. I appreciate everybody that deals with me, but I don't accept every customer. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? You so busy, I ain't saying you particular, I'm just saying in general. Mm-hmm. You so busy worried about if this bitch don't accept you or like you. Mm-hmm. And what you really be saying, do I want to deal with her?
Yeah. That's one thing you talked to me about before. That I'm gonna make him talk about now. This is one of the most important things that we can listen to as a man. You remember that time when you tell me, Dwayne, if you go into a relationship like this, you remember that?
Yes.
Go ahead and talk about that. And let these young boys know about this part.
Okay. And this is some real shit right here. And it ain't just no relationship, it's in general in life. Mm-hmm. The way you start with the way you end with them. If you start this relationship and say, suck, dude, I'm gonna do this or that, You can never be back, turn around and be a this. The way you start is the way you end. You cannot come in there no simple ass mentality. I'm gonna do this here, give her all she wants, and expect her to eventually respect you and all this shit. No.
One thing you told me that I'll never get out of my head, and I'm just gonna say this for all the young guys out there and this young man over there. You know, he's just coming into the game.
Mm-hmm.
You told me, Dwayne, let me tell you this. If you go into a relationship without their penis.
Look, hold it.
All right.
Hold
that's what I wanted to talk about.
I got you say. Nah, that's master level shit right there.
Yes, that's master level.
Master level shit. Now I ain't gonna give y'all all of it at one time, guys.
Yeah.
Now, I understand this. I'm a real motherfucking player. I'm a real man.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't try to manipulate people. I got very good conversation and communication skills.
Mm-hmm.
There are certain principles. Now, I gave you that for free because I like you. But what you about to talk about is
not. All right, let's hear that.
No.
We're going to save that for our next one of the podcast.
Now, look,
listen.
That's going to be for your premium content.
Yes.
You know that? No. Look, you forgot I told you. I said this is for you, and you only share this with like your son and stuff like that.
Okay, cool.
That is master level.
All right, cool.
Now, goddamn it, mink comes before saber.
All right, because we never get to talk as much. I'm gonna tell. Listen, I know one thing. You might not know right now, bro, but listen. When it comes to these, I hope they cut this out. I'm one of the most dangerous.
You're married, sir.
Yeah, And I gotta say because I've been I was one of the most dangerous. Some of the stuff that I learned, but I still try to keep it a little bit decent, not trying to dash the thing. I don't try to dash the aisle all over the place, I just sprinkle a little there and sprinkle a little here. But I was one of the most dangerous. Let's get this line up though.
Come on, man. Come on.
But
man.
let me tell you, man.
No. Look, man. Now, there's one thing about dealing with anybody in life, period. You can't give all your shit away in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you give good stuff, but if you give them everything, how they going to come back? Why they going to come back for more?
All right, so let's shift a little bit.
Okay.
Do you think black people got an anger problem?
You damn right.
And why you think that is?
Because life's been hard and tough.
All right, so talking about hard and tough. One thing I noticed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not a long time ago. I always want to ask about this because we're from Jamaica. We don't face racism. Mm-hmm. We face classism,
Yeah.
Uptown, downtown.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, make him drink. As I say, we don't have racism. We got classism, right? So we never have to worry about certain stuff because the difference with black people in America, you can't turn to white.
No.
But we can go to upper class, right? That's the only difference. We can be what those people are trying to stop us from being. So, all right. So since I came here, I always wonder, what is racism? What is it like? Because I know a lot of black people saying, black men can't be racism. Black man can't be racist. And then
that's a lie.
When I see some stuff, I'm like, that's the same thing that you just say that white man did to you. That's the same thing you're doing to that white man.
So.
Unless there are laws in place to keep you in a certain boxing society.
Yeah.
What are you worried about what somebody thinks of you?
Mm-hmm.
So by you worrying about what you do, you're giving them power. You want their acceptance. Racism is a mindset. All this shit is a mindset.
All right, so I heard somebody talking about the exception, right?
Yes.
Check this out. All right, so we living in Paulding County, right?
Mm-hmm.
Me and you can go park our car in Iram and leave the door open and we come back and whatever we left in there, our shit, still inside there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, you park your stuff over on the south side, Decatur, one of them places.
Shit gonna get broken into, it's gone.
All right, so
So why is that?
Let's say majority of the time.
Yeah,
Because I was at work the other day and it was a white guy that broke into a car.
Listen.
Oh shit!
I'm trying to tell you mentality. So this is what we do as humans. My mind creates constructs so we can easily group things together.
Yeah.
It's easy to say group things together. So because we look for patterns in our minds. You know what I mean? That's a human being. We look for patterns. It's easier to group things together. That way you can make a decision quickly, subconsciously. Okay.
So to have this part, how are you gonna get that? These people here feed these people.
Yeah.
And these people feed the top.
Yeah.
Anytime, anything in this physical universe, you have to have a primary structure, secondary, so on. The pyramid is the basics of this physical world. Go and see for yourself. You ain't gotta just take my word for it. You know what I'm saying, man? This shit goes deep, man. And you have to build yourself up. You have to develop yourself up. And when you develop yourself, and it goes back to what you said when you first got here in this country, back when you was messing with little girls or when you was younger.
No, not little bit.
I mean, you know,
Younger girls.
you know what I mean.
Yeah, there's a difference. There's a difference, baby.
You know what he's doing? Like,
Yeah, and that's something new. That sucker, that shit, man. Nobody tell you that when I was growing up. I mean, you know you ain't messing with no young girl. I don't tell you something about them. You hear about the. Hey, I want y'all to know something, man. Money don't make no man. You see these lame, like a R. Kelly, and you know, and I ain't just, you know, I ain't trying to knock the man, but I'm gonna tell you the difference between that period and our period, man. When you was real out there, man, it was principally like universal. Ain't nobody got to tell you nothing. It's wrong to mess with no look underage girl, man. That's sick.
That's just the law.
That's the law of human nature.
I don't know. I don't know what is it about that, and not only underage, even like some whores. You know,
That's a.
So just to be straight, he allegedly messed with a little girl. Allegedly.
Let's put that out there.
So I'm a 450 when they was talking about field carpet. If 50 motherfucker said you did something, you did it. We just ain't proved it yet. Man, all these niggas, one person might lie on you. Listen, 50 motherfuckers ain't gonna lie on you, man. I'm just trying to get you out.
but I'm saying though, how am I gonna have money? I can get any girl I want, and I choose to go get somebody's like,
You gotta mean something is broken.
yo.
Something was broken in you before you got the money. See now,
Well, they did say that arcade was broken though.
I'm trying to tell you, brother.
Yeah.
That is something.
Because I'm like, if I love young girl, okay, what's the age? 18? I'm gonna get all 18-year-old. You know, if I love young girl, I got my money.
You need to understand the mindset. I'm not saying I'm a psychologist, but you understand this. So what happens, man? Go back to everything starts from childhood. You go back to this. What happens? And I think this is my theory about them suckers. So when they was like 13, 14, they started liking girls, right? They couldn't get the girls for either some reason they ain't have no confidence. They ain't like them. They're tongue down. So now when people get a position of power, a little money, you want to go back and feed their little kid to make him feel. This is what you say, because I ran to the dude from my upbringing. They do the same thing. So what they did was, man, that period in their life, they want to go back and like, oh, look, I can have them now.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
And I'm not gonna lie, we do a little bit of that over here, but Scott,
I'm trying to tell you about human
we're
psychology.
gonna go like, oh, that did never want me, so what? Look at me and her now.
Exactly. So do you understand it? So you got it, all trauma and stuff. Child stars in childhood, man. What you know? But as a man, you let that be no crutch. Man, you got to overcome that shit. Sometimes you overcome. You can overcome with your own self will. Sometimes you might need help. Sometimes you might need guys. But the end of the day, who you are as a man, your inner man has to be strong enough to say no. One thing the good Lord gave us, man, we ain't like animals, man. We have no impulse control. As men, I don't give how you feel. You can pause and make a decision and vote and do something different. And you know how bad the man I wanted to knock the tip out and get rid of them. You know, I don't want to talk about no stuff like that, but you got to show discipline. And that's part of A man raising a man, a woman can't do. Because a woman is going to respond from her emotions. As a man, I keep forgetting your name. What's your name? Like, Scott, as a man, it should be nothing another man can say to you to knock you off your pillar to make you act a certain way. If I came up to you and say, yo, mama, your fucking child, your sister ass dog, man, why would you let that affect you? Now, you ain't gonna say allow this man from being to disrespect you, but if he say something that you feel uncomfortable, man, if he can't correct it, leave the environment. And that don't make you weak. And that's something I had to learn growing up. That don't make you weak. Real strength is knowing how to walk away from foolishness.
Yep. Not trying to show that you bad. It's like I got a brother doing life right now. Life in prison. And when I talk to him every time, if you can go back and make a different decision, which you damn right. Who cares about you? Talking about you a punk if you think you a punk. Can't no other man determine your manhood by his words? But what we do, like Dwayne was alluding to when we first started talking, these to go out here and kill people because somebody done pissed them off, put them in the grave. And then when they find a look, and then when their mind develops and rationality set in, oh, I made a mistake. That's too late now. See, but that goes back to what I was saying about your inner man. You got to get yourself together. Just like when you realize now, you know, you walk in the room, bras, whatever. It ain't that she attracted to the man. Your confidence. And like I said, confidence don't mean being cocky. Confidence is, man, you know who you are. You secure in it.
Yep.
Your strengths and your weaknesses.
That's about 4 refill. I see you taking a mind another.
No, you secure in who you are.
I manage so much liquor everywhere.
This was gonna trip y'all out. And I promise to God, and I can call him and tell you right now. When I went to the military and I ended up going to college, found out I had a little intelligence. I graduated with honors and everything. I know it's hard to believe. True story. Dwayne tell you, all this shit is true. The same dudes I used to go back home and tell the people, hey man, all that shit we learned, man, was wrong. And we ain't gotta do this and all this. The same people that I looked up to later on started looking up to me. The same people that I was looking up to, you know, when I became my own man, started looking up to me. So I remember when I went home, man, I cannot make this crap up. So I had a partner here. He introduced me to these events in Atlanta called Old School. And I went to it. First time I went to it, 2011 or 2012. And I couldn't believe what I saw, man. So they were, every week, well, once a month, they will rent out like a ballroom of a big hotel in downtown Atlanta. So first time we went, man, it was probably like 4,000 or 5,000 people. It's mostly black, white people, whatever, too. But I'm coming to Memphis, and I'm so on edge because I'm getting around club, you got to be on your pivot defense, whatever. Yeah. And it was no fighting, no arguing. I mean, grown people. And I never forget this dude accidentally stepped on my shoe. You know how to know them things,
Yeah.
And I
like a Jamaican, step on his car.
Yeah.
It's over with.
He stepped on my shoe, so I immediately go like this, put my mean face on. He said, my fault, but I apologize, man. He said, man, let me buy you a drink or something. And that melted me. I didn't even know how to do this. I didn't even know that melted me. And I saw how they were dressing there. I saw they were wearing sports jackets and things, right? So I started wearing sports jackets. So I go back home, man. I'm the only one wearing jacket. I go back on that tell you. All this true story. I'm wearing sports jacket thing. By the time I go back in that shit, guess what they were doing?
Wearing sports jacket?
I'm dressing a certain way.
Oh yeah. So I have a similar situation. Like back home, like me and my friends, we grew up in the ghetto. You get me? It's not the worst side of the ghetto, but it's the ghetto regardless.
Right.
And we made it our point of duty that we would not party in the area. We would go out of port, we would go to the clubs uptown, all of that. We started to dress uptown. So now we're wearing slippers and socks and all of that kind of stuff. And I promise you, it became a norm.
See what I'm saying?
It became a norm.
So yeah, I want to start it.
No, like in my area.
Oh, okay,
in my area. So here's another thing.
It's me starting to the Jamaica. You know,
Come on.
So here's another thing. Like I said, you got to go when you get deep into this shit. Human beings, the majority of human beings are actually we're sheep.
Yeah.
We're sheep.
Same thing he said earlier. One of the Jamaican artists.
Yes.
Vybz Kartel. He said it.
We're sheep.
We all sheep.
So here's the thing. If you are a natural leader,
you're a shepherd.
It's gonna come out of you.
Yeah.
Yep.
And what people don't understand here, I said be a leader. There's a difference between a leader and leading.
Okay. All right.
Okay?
Okay. Makes sense.
A leader means to do first. Leading means I have a vision for where we can be that's better than where we are now.
Yeah.
That's all being a leading means. But a leader means to do first.
Yeah.
Most people ain't got the because that's in their very nature is to do what? Follow.
Yes, sir.
Because doing first, you going into the unknown. And it's not already been socially accepted.
Gotcha.
So by design, human beings are designed to follow. But if you tell some motherfucking bad, that's part of communication we talk about later on. I can't come out and tell you, man, come follow me.
Yeah.
Because your conscious mind is going to reject it. You can't tell me what to do. But I'll give you a prime example. If you're somewhere and you're in an environment, say for instance, because I worked in corporate for a long time.
Yeah.
You're in corporate and somebody's hovering over your desk and ain't talking. And you want them to stop talking to you or leave you alone. Guess what you got to do? Slowly look at them and slowly get up and slowly start walking away. And guess what they're going to do? But if I tell her, hey, I need you to leave my desk, you get on my damn nerves and come with me over this way, your conscious mind can reject it because also as a human being, how we reject direct commands.
Yeah.
So this shit gets real deep. But I can give you a command indirectly. You don't realize I'm doing it. And next thing you know, you'll do it. Check this right here out. So we've been talking for a while. Yeah, like it's my first time meeting you. You seem like you're a bright young man. And this whole time, I saw you been sitting down like that. You kind of getting a little tired of sitting down.
Getting tired of sitting here?
Yeah.
Not really, no.
Okay. Now, when I leave here, you ain't got to do with the camera. He's going to get up. And you're going to say, how do you know I'm going to get up? Because this is what I just did. I just implanted that thought in your head. Indirectly, though. I didn't say get up.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
I get it. But I mean, I got to get up, turn the camera off, though.
But
Yes, sir.
what did I tell you when I whistled in your ear?
You won't let him get up.
Now something to make him get up.